Hello and happy Father's Day, Dad. This was Pompano Beach from the balcony on Sunday, May 30th of the year 2021, Memorial Day Eve. And Mom said you should check out the volleyball tournament down there. And they were doing their thing Saturday and Sunday, but they packed up their tents Sunday and they were gone on Monday. I thought maybe Monday with the holiday they might be doing their thing, but I did catch a little action from afar. But note to self, when you have the opportunity to catch women playing volleyball, you should take it and run with it. It always makes for good video. There's downtown Fort Lauderdale. There's some nice balconies, too, in that condo building, but it does kind of block the view a little bit. Here's the Shark Tank parking deck, and we're all proud to be American, including the people in the condo one floor beneath us, which is a good thing. But, yeah, I couldn't make out the name. PCA something. Yeah. But there's quite a few tournaments through the year on the beach, probably at least once a month. I mean, every time I visited, it seems like there's something going on. All their gas, I think, has the 10% ethanol, and so 279.9. But if you want ethanol free, look at the price you have to pay. If you want it without that 10%, you got to pay $3.49. Wow. As opposed to $2.79. And this is a 24 station gas station. This is huge. Plus, look at all the lanes. I don't care for these express lanes, or you pay extra, but it's a little disconcerting with those cones, and it does delay the traffic, I believe, too. But heading south to Miami Beach on 95, and I'm going to take the 195 bridge and take a peek here because you get a nice view of the intercoastal, or maybe you call it the Bay Area. Here I'm gonna check out the Air and Sea show. This is gonna be part 2 of 2. So Dad, yeah, you saw part 1, but part 2, now you guys tell me, yeah, they're building. They had a little bit of recession, but Miami, you can always tell with the cranes. Look at all the cranes up there. And yeah, I just pulled off the side of the road because I had seen people do this before. There's fishermen and the like, people maybe even doing a picnic thing. Miami Airport, I can catch the planes coming across here, which is cool. And Dad, look here with the cruise ships. They're kind of gearing up. There's a few there getting ready. I know they're just itching to get that cruise industry up and going. Now, downtown Miami, look at the cranes. I see a couple. One's hiding behind there, but there's the American Airlines Arena, and that's the Bayshore Market, too, and they have a nice marina. Look at the cranes, though. Detroit has a few cranes, but not like the growth that we see here. All the baby boomers are retiring in droves month over month. This building, Dad, I remember as a kid growing up and you stack blocks. This kind of looks to me kind of like that kind of building, stacking like 4 blocks on top of each other. Yeah, it was a little overcast, but it held off. That's typical with the Florida scene, and then the sea dew and all that is a big deal. The water sports. Okay, finding a place to park was challenging. You might keep this one in mind, Dad. This one didn't seem too bad. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, $25. and a fountain here. So when we go next year, Dad, I'm going to pull up right and drop you off at the park there, and then where all the action is, and then I'll park the car and walk back. But this is what you would see if you would walk back. This is an exclusive club, and you need like a private pass. They have security. They have the lemonade thing kind of thing going on. This is a different kind of paint. Don't even ask me what kind of paint color that is. I'm going to look at the vegetation a little bit today too, because Dad back home, and you know, we don't have all the same flowers and plants that you do in Florida. So, all right. So I walked to the public access.
Where do they live? I don't know where they live, but he's in the Navy.
And this is, well, looking inside, this was the private pool area that I couldn't get inside or whatnot. I asked the security guard if I could just take a quick look and see how the other half live. I know, Dad, you tried to put the silver spoon in our mouth, but we said no. We're going to live a humble lifestyle. No, we lived a very comfortable lifestyle, but yeah, there is the other half that live in the lap of luxury. But who needs all that? It's all a state of mind. Well, Mom gave me this, and so I checked the back. The sugars, 12 grams, 23% of my daily volume. And I have to watch now my sugar intake. I'm like Mom. The doctor warned me already. I've had fair warning, pre-diabetic. So I got a lower A1C. So my ears perk up every time I hear those diabetes commercials and stuff. So, yeah, you got to watch your sugar intake. I know you don't have trouble, even though you like your sweets. I think my sweets are probably coming from candy. So I've kind of given up just the raw candy and a little bit of the rum, and instead of regular Coke, it's the Diet Coke now. So that hopefully is helping. All right, well, I left earlier today. You remember, I left earlier today because I knew I missed the beginning part of the program. And so this was, look, at just before 11:30. Maybe it started at around 11. I asked somebody what was going down, and he said, well, look down there. They're doing all number of tricks. So, sure enough, when I was younger, Dad, I could do that kind of stuff blindfolded, even with one hand tied behind my back. But nonetheless, they're pretty talented. They're doing some nice tricks. But they're performing in front of the preferred viewing area. The area where I'm at now is public beach. So, but it's hot, so if we don't want to do the beach umbrella thing and the blanket and sit in the sand, the park is a better deal with chairs you can do. This guy had me scared there for a little bit. I thought he was going head first into the water, but it takes some practice. Again, in my younger years, when this stuff was first coming out, I was working with some of the prototypes, and yeah, it's a little tricky. It does take a little time, a little practice, and a little skill, if I can remain humble by saying that. No, actually, Dad, you know better. I'm telling a few white lies. I never did that. But it looks like fun. It really does. And a lot of the beachgoers here seem kind of oblivious to it, or maybe they saw this before, and it's like ho-hum, or what do they say? M-E-H, or whatever, like, you don't really care, but... Okay, here's Here's someone with a cell phone. So some people, I think, nowadays with the cell phone, everybody can take pictures and post them and do the video and all that. So this is day 2. So maybe these beach goers, and there's boat goers too. I'm going to show them pretty soon, but maybe they remember this from yesterday and said, okay, I'm good. But for me, I think it would be fun. I don't know if you can rent those out and learn. I would imagine it's not cheap. You see, there's support staff on the bottom, someone in a Sea-Doo, and they must have some kind of pump that's just pumping that water up to them. So the guy on the Sea-Doo's got to be pretty good to stay out of the performer's way and not keep everything tangled up and whatnot. So there's a little choreography going on there. Well, even with the two of them, yeah, they almost look like they'd be in a Superman movie or some kind of superhero movie, I guess. Is this like Aquaman? Aqua and Airman? Well, it's the Air and Sea show. And, Dad, I'm glad you told me about this. And you probably are seeing enough saying, okay, next time I got to see this for real because, yeah, I catch part of the action. I'm not capturing it all. And the best way to actually see an event is with your own eyes. You can kind of look at what I got and say, well, why didn't you do this, that, and the other? But I'm trying my best to capture the scene. Now, there's a pleasure craft over there. Yeah, I had my eye on that one. When I was shopping for boats, I was familiar with that model. We ended up with something a little pricier. Again, if you haven't caught on by now, or you haven't caught yet my MO, that was a little white lie. Here, the restrictions, there's signs everywhere, for eternity. So you have to, you release your identity for eternity. That's like forever and ever and ever. That's a long time. Now, I'm not sure they had dogs. So they were doing the security thing, and then some of the tickets sold out. Now they had a preferred viewing area, but I don't know if I don't think it came with the umbrella. You might have had to bring your own umbrella. I don't know. Dad, we can watch it from Lummis Park. A little bit later on, you'll see where the park is. Nice green grassy area. And all the displays and exhibits are there, and you can just sit in the shade. There's palm trees, but they still provide shades. You just got to watch out that a coconut doesn't fall on your head. But so this, I'm walking behind the main display area, and they have, there's the band performing, so let's listen to the music.
For the city of Miami, Slice of Sunshine. If you want a copy of that, we are giving away our albums for free right here at this merch table. Don't be shy. We brought all this for you, so help yourself.
It says back there, but it's just awesome to hear live music again. It is really cool, and just see the performers performing the music, because it's been a while since that we've had that opportunity. Here, he struggled a little bit with this. I took my turn. I didn't have video to prove it, but I took my turn. I did a couple reps with that. He was impressed. Again, a white lie. Here, the Thunderbirds. Now, Dad, Etzel Ford. So I was the Thunderbird, as was Sue and Anne-Marie. Michelle wasn't. She went to Aquinas. I don't know what her thing was, but yeah. And we've seen the Thunderbirds perform, either at, probably at they've performed, I believe, at Selfridge, but I think we saw them at Willow Run. Now, this guy was the guy that took a picture, and I had a picture in front of the Thunderbird, and we used that for the Zoom call. This guy had to do so many jumping jacks, and I think you'd get a free T-shirt. But I'll show you. I have video of when I got your T-shirt, the Army one. That's coming up, so don't touch that dial. They had swag, so I got some of the stuff. The stickers, I got earplugs. They had the face mask. I got a pen and sticker. So there we go. And earplugs. Yeah, I loaded up. But they like when you pick up free swag. That's they're promoting the well, it's a salute to the military. The title sponsor is Hyundai, but and they're putting up, I guess, the main money for it. But the 5 branches of the military, as I understand it, have some part of the performance here. So I was waiting my turn to take a look at the interior. So I did a 360 around this Thunderbird. But, and then, okay, here we go. What can you describe about this? Is there an airbag on this?
No, no airbags.
You have oxygen, huh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they have to take out their own oxygen.
Okay. Is that on the far end, the gun control?
Yeah, it is.
The red button shoots.
Yeah, I don't know if you can zoom in right there. You'll be able to see.
Yeah, I was being a little bit of a smart ass when I asked if it had airbags, but obviously in a plane like that, airbag's not going to do much for you. You need that ejection seat. But it was cool. That red button, yeah, that's the one to fight or to fire the missiles. So I was right there. But yeah, they were dropping from the sky like flies here. And then, yeah, here we go. We got to listen to this.
Presented by Hyundai. Thank you for attention and get that in your cameras.
Wow, and it looks like he stuck the landing too. Yeah, I get a sense of pride when I see scenes like that.
Being all that I can be, I can't call in sick on Mondays when the weekend's been too strong.
Okay, there's a few food vendors here. pizza. I was just looking at what they had to offer. So they got the fire roasted, and you can catch pets here now and then. So it's always fun to catch people with their pets. And here's where I got my T-shirt. So they had a tribute to the people serving in the military and all that, which is cool. And now instead, they've started with the planes, which is awesome. So, but I was trying to catch the display area when they got free swag like this. It's like, why not? So here's where I got my shirt. And I tried scanning that, and I finally got the right QR code where I can do that. So you might be able to scan that. It's a little tricky with the phone. Nowadays, Dad, it's crazy. Like, Jake and Lucy'd have no trouble. But for me, there's a learning curve. All right, well, I like to look at Ford products, but Hyundai was the title sponsor for this event, so I'm looking at the Tucson there. And then here, the Santa Fe. You had to fill a survey out, so now I've been getting some promotional advertising. But I wanted the T-shirt, but I'll give them advertising for this. Little Buddy, this was a neat little thing that kind of heated the shirts up and dried them out, so it was like hot off the press, literally. So they start with the clean shirt there, and it's kind of neat. They put on two colors, but you start out with the white T-shirts, so you got the patriotic thing going, the red, white, and blue. So there you got the blue. He's ready for the red, and so there you have it. And then you put it in the Little Buddy, and it bakes it, and it's good to go. So good marketing thing for them. All right, and then I asked one of these guys, I saw him flipping, and I said, let's see your routine. So here we go.
It's an award-winning destination like no other place in the world, attracting travelers from all around the globe, renowned for unparalleled culinary offerings, extravagant nightlife, rich diversity and culture, notable public art, luxurious shopping, plush hotels and spas, also home to artistic institutions such as the Bass Museum, the New World Symphony, the Miami City Ballet, Miami Beach Convention Center, International Art Exhibit, Miami Beach on.
Wow, he did pretty good. I was glad I asked him, and he fulfilled my request to do that. And yeah, that's precision talent. And he said later on they were going to do a show, but there was so much in the air to catch. I had to keep moving. The more you move around, the more you see, kind of a thing. So here they're in formation, and I mean, we've seen the shows at Willow Run and stuff, but this was wild seeing it on the beach. So count me in next year. Tell everyone else in the family that I've got Memorial Day weekend locked in. Nobody else can visit you guys at the condo. So here, an Academy bus, appropriately named. Here, look at this guy's got some fancy equipment, Dad, so don't complain that I'm using an old school camcorder. It's just the way I roll. But yeah, some people got the good equipment that probably take great pictures, but you still can kind of get the idea of what's going on here. I love the freighter ship that's going into the port of Miami. Now, see, Dan, if I had a tripod, I'd be good to go. Just carry that tripod and I could hold the camera real steady. But anyways, I like to be mobile. But here they're going to do a sea rescue. What? No, this is catching the bad guys. Oh, yeah. Here's the bad guy. Check. Yeah. Dad, this is like Miami Vice. I don't know if you remember watching that show. It was pretty popular, probably in the 80s? God, I don't know, maybe 90s. Miami Vice. But the bad guy's in the boat, and so the helicopter, headed them off. I don't know if the chopper action disturbs the boat, but I think more that they wanted to just get back in the viewing area. But the chopper's going to have backup now. I don't know. They didn't say, but I would imagine this guy's got kilos of cocaine in there, and he thinks he's going to get away with it. So now they got the high-speed boats, and you might as well just give up right now. That's a nice boat he's got, a drug runner. But his life of crime is over.
That's 25 to life, bro.
Well, he's still running around pretty good. He's not giving up easily, but these police chasers, they're pretty I would imagine they can move pretty quick when they need to. But they got him now. They probably has to hand over his license and registration and proof of insurance. And let's take a look-see inside and see if we find anything. But people were clapping. They were so glad. That keep the community safe. Look at all the people documenting this arrest. The seaweed was bad here. I like in Pompano Beach, where you guys are at, they swoop all that stuff up. But it wasn't bad the whole length of the beach. When I got further down, it cleared up a little bit. But a lot of people enjoying the this beautiful Sunday afternoon and watching a free show. I mean, it happens on Memorial Day weekend, but it's free. You can't charge people because an event taking place in the air is kind of hard to cordon that off or limit it. So if you want to do the preferred viewing area, well, Dad, we could do it, but it's $40 for a ticket. So I think you get as nice a view just out on the perimeter. And the plane's got to make sweeping circles and passes, but they fly right over you on the beach and in the water, so it's kind of intense. I didn't go in the water, but it is intense to actually witness this on the beach. I liked it at Willow Run and Selfridge, but the beach is a different dimension for sure. Now I think I lost it. These planes fly into the sky right quick, and then they become little blips. And I need to clean the lens, I think, a little bit too. All right, Dan. In Pompano Beach, you have similar lifeguard shacks, but here in Miami, I've been showing them, they're all different, like every 2 blocks. So if you find out how much they had to pay, those things probably aren't cheap. 8th Street is this one. It was like every 2 streets, but then when I got further south, they had one on 1st Street. So there might not be no rhyme or reason. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Well, Dad, we spend a lot on the military, so sometimes it's good to see what you pay for and see what these things can do in demonstrations. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Beach Patrol headquarters. The time is off, though. It's a beautiful Art Deco building. Now they're doing a stunt like where they're going sideways, which is kind of cool. All right, now I'm gonna learn something, Dad. Well, you tell me. Green, I think, is good. Blue, yellow, and red, different classifications, different codes. But here, you got master intake, master discharge, and then you got all the different hoses, I guess, that you could run off of there. But I need a quick lesson from a fireman. But now. They said, Dad, I asked the police officer, they said they just closed this Ocean Drive like 8 months ago. And I think they should keep it closed and just keep it open to pedestrians and have people just walk, because people are just relaxing and chilling. But people do, at the nightlife, it does get out of hand. And as well, you know, you've told me, got to be careful. Welcome to Miami Beach. Now, I want to check out the Art Deco tours. Now, this is the alley behind Ocean Drive. A lot of businesses, restaurants, and Art Deco hotels. Yeah, Dad, I can go to Miami Beach anytime. There's money, there's action, there's people watching kind of thing. That was some nightclub here. What's that say? Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Yeah. Tell her, yeah. Don't kill my vibe, bitch. I don't say it as good. Oh, I shouldn't do that. But, yeah, that's how the younger people, the millennium people, do their thing. Yeah, but look at it. And there's big, like, Bertha was hidden by the hedge bush there. Planes buzzing all over. Now, Dad, it wouldn't have been that difficult. It would have been a nice public service thing, but if they had a program, even something you could download on your phone with the itinerary or just the schedule of how things were going to play out, so you could kind of plan ahead. Yeah, these choppers really throw up some, they make little dicey conditions out there, but they're going to do a rescue thing. Well, here you see a lot of people with their cell phones and cameras and the like catching the action. A captive audience here. They had areas cordoned off for the lifeguards and the like, but yeah, a lot of action going on right now. Yep, and the police had a presence, but not overbearing or anything, but they had their bikes and doing their things. So this is the Versace place. And here a young lady posing for some photography, and there's a restaurant now. I thought maybe it was just a hotel, but look at the prices here. Do you want to eat here one time? They look a little pricey, but there's money. You know that in Miami, so prime filet mignon, $59. T-bone porterhouse, $120. That seems a little bit. Maybe we could do just a side, some spinach, a little appetizer kind of thing. But yeah, Mom would get a kick out of that. Just seeing inside. The hotel rooms start at like $1,200 and can go up to $2,000 a night. So if I didn't want to come home back to Pompano Beach, note to self, bring my credit card and I could stay there. I'm not going to carry that kind of cash, but wow. Yes. All right, well, some more skydivers, and they were all pretty good about hitting the landing. They were flying all over the place, to and fro, but somehow they've got it figured out. Now, that's great about the preferred viewing area. You would be able to see them just hit the ground for sure. This dog's got to be hot. South Beach. Now, this was news to me. I always considered like Miami Beach, but the best beach action in Miami Beach is actually South Beach. So I think, see if I can start a trend, Dad. I think Michigan, we could start a North Beach. And it could be like centered around Traverse City, but it's a state of mind. They can have a South Beach, which is great, but we can have a more laid-back, relaxed North Beach. We have a lot of great beaches along Lake Michigan from the state line with Indiana all the way up to Mackinac City, you know, along Lake Michigan. But we got great beaches along Lake Huron, too. Not all year round like Miami, but certainly in the summertime we rate. In fact, Dad, I sent to Sue, but there was an article that said the Traverse City was the #1 lake beach town. Not oceanfront beach, but lake beach. Can you see that? That's the Stealth. It was so slippery there, so razor thin. And, well, here's the park area, Dad, Lummis Park. So I'm in that park area, the palm trees, but the Stealth, like bomber, I don't know how it can be a bomber or if it's a surveillance plane. It's so thin. It's like razor thin. How do you put bombs in that thing? But it looks cool going through the palm trees. I think this is the one that's supposed to be undetected by radar. Some kind of trick, like it's invisible. You're not supposed to see that. But my camcorder picked it up. So isn't that great? You know, and Dad, I want to thank you, though. We're talking about the Father's Day kind of thing, but probably subliminally, you got me started with the videotaping because you always took the family vacation videos. When we went in the summer on family vacation, you had an 8mm thing, and boy, the family used to love going in the basement, watching the family videos that you shot. We didn't have sound back then, which would have been nice, but I have that added benefit here where I can call the action. But yeah, you probably got me started just thinking, hey, this is cool, taking video. Well, you got to keep your eyes open. These women are monster women, and they're out to promote the product and so forth, but they're also to promote the motorcycle show. And it was like I wasn't expecting this. The planes are active and doing stuff, but here we go. Let's listen in on these guys.
Yeah, folks, I'm putting it on the line for you. Big thanks to Monster Energy and the National Salute to America's Heroes for having us out. So with that, let's go unleash. Sayers, the boss man, off the 80-foot gap, getting lazy with the lazy boy laying back on the bike. You know, a few things factor into us to be able to do our job with the wind, the rain, the traction. Luckily, we haven't had to battle a lot of that this weekend. We've got great weather. Switchblade Indy, Seth Beaton.
Ocean Century.
Showing you guys why Brody Wilson with the kiss of death. He's getting that bike completely vertical. Handstand over the front. The Captain Morgan.
Oh, the guy did the Captain Morgan just before. We'll see that again.
Assisted by his co-pilot. We're going to have flight meeting.
Oh, Zero Ultra. Yeah, I had to, I was checking the sugars too. Everything I have to kind of check now, but this was fun watching these kids do their thing. I'd like to say back in the day that I did the motorcycle thing too, and did it with my eyes blinded and one hand tied behind my back. Here I was encouraging this youngster to lift it up above his head, and there he kind of figured it out. But yeah, strong. Now they have another, well, they had energy drinks, so I ended up getting wired. I had a couple of those. They were free, and they give you that energy boost, but they make you a little... Okay, here's your shirt. And they had, well, this is a few more colors, but yeah. I asked them first. I wanted to make sure I didn't have to enlist by getting that free T-shirt, but that was the stand. And I didn't even have to do push-ups or nothing. Here, though, I was fascinated with these ants, and this was a Sunday. They were working on a Sunday. Nobody gave them the memo or whatnot. Looks like they're carrying stuff to and fro, too. But, yeah, thankfully, this was like a nice holiday weekend. And, yeah, to watch the military do their stunts in action, you know, the display was phenomenal. This one, yeah, and they didn't give like a program, but we'll call this Big Bertha, Dad. What do you think? Got another name? This guy's pretty big. Big Banana? Big something. It's like, yeah. It's doing its thing. It's like a big-ass cargo plane, but it might be a bomber, too. You know, Dad, if I would have stayed close to those speakers, I would have had them call the audio, the whole thing, which they do pretty good calling the action. But there's wildlife and flowers and stuff. Now, I don't know if that one might be like the fueling plane for the fighters. Yeah, I just wish I had more info. They let you climb around all this stuff, too. So if you wanted to do the selfies or these photo ops, you can climb around in the tank. I'm not much for doing all that kind of stuff. I'd rather take pictures of other people doing their things. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But, yeah, a Red Cross vehicle. Here it looks like a whole family on a four-wheeler. This the Ranger, I think, isn't that part of the Army? The elite force of the Army? No. Wait a second. Ranger might be the elite force for the Navy. Marines are, well, let me just be quiet for a moment. All right. Well, now this is Lummis Park. So you see the nice grassy area, and they even had a football game going on here. So, but Dad, you just set up a blanket or some chairs. A lot of people were relaxing. So the green area there, this is the north end of the park. And so you'd only have to walk a few blocks. But yeah, right in this area is pretty cool. 84 degrees. So, you know, when I got home, Dad, it was in the 90s. Got up 90 a couple of times, and it was like, what? It was hotter than you had in Florida. Well, you could have gotten vaccinated. I already did so, but yeah, no waiting, no nothing. They need more speakers all over the place to call the action. Either that or a program. But yeah, people brought their own beach umbrellas. It's kind of crowded. I love liquor. Yeah, you can probably bring your own party supplies. It wasn't an overbearing police presence by any means, but you know, they have rules and regulations. I thought this was a little neat for the kid to have their own shaded inflatable kind of raft. Yeah, happy Father's Day again to all those fathers out there, including you, Dad. So yeah, well, I'm sure you probably are gonna be tuned in. Well, it's gonna be after the fact by the time you watch this. But what'd you think of the U.S. Open? I'll give you a call, but you already know this fourth round of the U.S. Open's gonna be a hold on to your seat kind of thing. I was wondering if we were gonna get some rain, but it held off. And a commercial plane. Yeah, the U.S. Open. God, there's 3 people tied at -5 going into the final round. And I don't know, they said something like 20 people within 5 strokes or something. It's just a real tight. Here, this is like the lunar mobile unit or something. leaving tracks. But yeah, that's what they use for the sand things. So simple pleasure, simple minds. So yeah, I was just fascinated watching that. And here we got a convoy. So here's that Academy bus. So that must be where all the bigwigs are. The bigwigs are probably in some of these vehicles here. Bulletproof security vehicles. But yeah, top brass. I don't know if they had some military officials. This was the second one I had. I tried the rain, so I'm checking out the thing. I mean, it's okay. We're gonna get some more of the motorcycle action, and watch the Captain Morgan again. That's my famous one, or the best one. But they got all number of things. It's amazing what these kids will do. Here's the guy calling the action there.
Switchblade Andy, making nuts in. Rock solid! Heading home back like this. The cliffhanger headed onto the front. With the Captain Morgan, folks. With the turnout we're showing you.
Oh yeah, the Captain Morgan. That's my favorite. But good thing, Dad, you didn't get me a motorcycle because, oh Lord, look what could have happened. Except I probably wouldn't be sticking in the landing like they do. I'd be pancaked in the dirt somewhere. But yeah, they look like they're having fun, and the crowd was captivated. It was, yeah. I was glad that I checked this out when I had the opportunity. And actually, this was the second round, but I'm glad I caught both of them. Yeah, and a good round of applause for the motorcyclist. They might be on a circuit that they have running around. I wouldn't doubt it. These kind of things are popular, along with the truck shows, the monster shows that they have. Oh, they're not done yet, yeah.
Give us the shows. Big thanks to all the militaries, active and veterans.
Yeah, this was kind of like a nice event post-pandemic. I mean, we're starting to open things up, and yeah, this was great to kind of relax and outdoors and not wear your mask. And yeah, hopefully that's a once-in-a-100-year thing, and we don't have another pandemic like that anytime soon. Yikes. Now, I should go with Mom. Mom likes architecture and the Art Deco thing. So, I don't know how much the tours are. I got to check that out. I'm afraid to almost ask, but they're probably $30, $40 for an Art Deco tour. But I still might do it. I think it might be worth it. I would learn some stuff. This is, well... A lot of people were relaxing then with the nightclubs and so forth out front. Here, the Rat Patrol. I have a house right now that had a rat problem, so I got mouse traps and rat bait. Yeah, I told you a little bit about all that, but yeah. I like the vegetation here. Mom might get a kick out of it. And plenty of people walking their pets, which kind of seems like a more popular thing to do for people to take their pets to restaurants and outdoor events and just kind of relax. Well, I'm looking at some of the hotels. It'd be nice to take a peek inside. I don't know when you take one of these Art Deco tours, if they go in any buildings or if you're just more than likely you're checking it from the outside. This guy was feeling it as far as his bike goes. But here's that nice path that runs down. I'm starting to shake. I can see it. I'm trying to hold his can. I didn't realize it at first. Increased concentration, but I got the jitters. Yeah, just maybe one at a time for me. Thermogenic fuel. I had a friend that said, oh, you should catch the ladies in their bikinis and so forth. So every now and then, Dad, don't get mad. And just keep your eyes open. Mom used to say people watching, like when we were younger and went to the beach and stuff, I'd say, why do you like going to the beach so much? She'd say, people watching, and it's true. And there's a lot of people watching. This guy, Exhibit A, this guy, he's like the coconut man, but he was a crazy guy. He took his shoes off to climb this tree. I don't quite get why you wouldn't keep your shoes on, but he had gold teeth and green hair, and anyways, he got a few coconuts, and I talked to him for a spell. He was a local. Now, probably, I'd like to know what it is, but probably 50% of the people in Miami Beach at any one given time is probably a tourist or someone out of town, from out of town. But the locals probably know who the locals are. And probably figured I was a tourist. The alley. So look at this. I never noticed this before. It's like a big balloon was bouncing, or a ball, and it got stuck in the alley. They call it the Betsy Orb. So yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to get that out of there. Well, getting near the top of the hour or the end of the show, but Dad, hope you have a great, fantastic Father's Day, and we'll talk about the U.S. Open because that should be something. So, all right, and tell Mom to watch the next show. That's going to be on Wynwood, the art district, which she likes. So, all right, it's going to be 1 hour, so I'm going to have to cut it off. This was a nice little neighborhood. Good night. See you. Talk to you later, Dad.